GoPro versus Mevo. Recording device versus streaming device. Two very different beasts, but they overlap. So where they overlap, let's compare them. So let's start with recording. The Mevo can record to an SD card up to a size of 256 gigabytes. The GoPro 7 or 8 can also record to an SD card up to 256. 9 and 10, though, they can record up to 512 gigabytes if you have the appropriate micro SD card. Their resolution, the Mevo up to 1080p, 25, 29.97 or 30 frames per second for the Mevo. The GoPro up to 4K 60 and supports 240 frames per second all the way to 24 frames per second. Now, the lens for the Mevo is an 84-degree field of view. It offers a crop up to 3 times. The GoPro lens is a 155-degree field of view, and you can zoom on it up to 2 times. It has narrower presets. You can go from super wide to linear to narrow, and that will constrict your field of view for recording. But for streaming, you can only stream in wide. And in wide, you do see some curving of your vertical surfaces. Now, the Mevo offers some image adjustments. It offers some presets and some filters, and it has camera controls for things like shutter and ISO, brightness and contrast, and the GoPro is missing all of those pieces. When we move from recording over to streaming, we see that the GoPro can stream to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, GoPro.com, and RTMP. It is single camera only when used with a mobile device. Now, it can be run through OBS. It takes a webcam utility for that to work, and you can string several GoPros into OBS if you're willing to do the legwork to make sure everything is set up. But that will require a laptop or a desktop in order for you to be streaming with multiple GoPros at once. The Mevo can stream to Facebook, Twitter, Livestream, LinkedIn, Twitch, YouTube, Vimeo with an account, and RTMP. You can run up to 3 connected Mevos together in one stream with the Mevo Multicam app. Both have a maximum streaming resolution of a 1080p stream. 360, 480, 720, 1080 for both devices. Now, both devices also offer the ability to run as a webcam. You can, with an extra utility, run your GoPro or your Mevo as a webcam. For the GoPro, it takes a USB-C cable and a webcam utility. For the Mevo, it takes a USB-C cable. The Mevo also allows you to do this wirelessly with the wireless webcam app. Now, when we talk about the streaming life that we live when we go outdoors and try to stream services, community events, and sporting events, weather is the one big deal for the comparison here that we have between the GoPro and the Mevo. The GoPro is water resistant to 33 feet. The Mevo, according to their Ask Me Anything live broadcast, is not even a little bit waterproof. You have to be very careful with the Mevo Start. The Plus was, but it's not in production anymore. The battery life for streaming, unattached to anything else, Mevo is going to give you just short of, right at 6 hours of live streaming, provided it's not too cold and the battery is running out too fast, or provided it's not too hot and you have any kind of overheating issue. Under ideal circumstances, you're going to get 6 hours of battery life with the Mevo. With the GoPro, the tests that I've run on my GoPro 8, you're going to get just under 1 hour of streaming at 1080p. It is a battery that is hot swappable, though. You can plug in a power source, pull the battery, put the fresh battery in, and unplug the power source, and have what you need to continue to stream for another 50-55 minutes if you need to. Here's the thing. The comparison here is because they both stream. Comparison is because they both record. They both can be used as a webcam, but one outshines the other, and the other outshines the one. And here's where. The GoPro in my kit is just a bad weather backup. I can put it on the fence. I can put it in an outdoor setting. It can be raining or drizzly or misting or whatever it is, and it's going to give me about an hour of streaming. If it's in the rain, after about an hour, you're not going to be playing baseball anymore. They're going to call that softball game after a while. They may not do so for football, and I may have to run out and hot swap a battery every 45 or 50 minutes, and that's okay. I'll deal with that if I have to. But it is the bad weather choice for streaming if you're going to stream. But obviously the GoPro was built as an action camera. It's built and designed to strap on you and dive off a mountain somewhere. The Mevo, because of its battery life, is going to give you trouble-free shooting, trouble-free streaming for the entirety of a baseball game or basketball game or football game or concert, or because it has a 6-hour battery life. So in my setup, I'm going to keep my Mevo cameras as my number one choice for any streaming that I do. And I'm going to keep a GoPro as my backup in case the weather turns. If I'm streaming RTMP, I can stop my RTMP stream, turn my Mevo on, and restart my RTMP stream to the same destination, and I won't lose everything. It has to be done within just a few minutes, and so I have to be pretty good about it. But you can pull an RTMP stream and restart it, and it won't divide it into two separate streams. It'll keep it as one stream, or at least that's been my experience as I've done so, going through Sideline HD and having to stop a stream and restart it to the same destination. If you're just getting started in the sports streaming world and you already have a GoPro, it's a great place to start. Run an external battery to it, keep it plugged in, and you can get as much time as you need out of that. If the weather turns bad, you can always close the battery hatch and keep streaming for however long you have there with that battery. If you're ready to go ahead and take your streams to the next level, you might consider going ahead and investing in the Mevo.